Ladies and gentlemen, in keeping with what has become an Odyssey of the Stars tradition, the Symphonic Wind Ensemble, under the direction of James Smart and Travis Higa, will now perform the Star-Spangled Banner. Due to the special nature of this arrangement, we ask you to remain seated and to use this as a time for reflection as we begin this evening's festivities. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Stephen Kalm, Dean of the College of Visual and Performing Arts.
Let's have another hand for the University of Montana Symphonic Wind Ensemble. Thank you. On behalf of the faculty, staff, students, and members of the Advisory Council of the College of Visual and Performing Arts here at the University of Montana, we welcome you to the 13th Annual Odyssey of the Stars. The theme of tonight's Odyssey, Fabric of Life, celebrates the artistic achievements of our own internationally recognized painter and textile artist, Nancy Erickson. We're delighted that you're with us tonight for the best of all reasons, to reaffirm the transformational value of the arts in our lives as we honor the work of an esteemed alumna, and to celebrate the accomplishments of current students who honor those who came before them at the University of Montana. Before we continue, let us take a moment to remember three important members of our artistic community who passed away this past year: Robert Boyer, Earl Morgenroth, and Donald Simmons. Thank you. The French painter Amédée aux Enfants once said, "Art is the demonstration that the ordinary is extraordinary." Tonight we salute Nancy Erickson for enriching our ordinary lives with extraordinary art and connecting us through fabric, paint, and imagination to the world around us. We also thank Nancy for sharing her poignant and provocative works of art in the exhibition Kindred Spirits, presently on view in the Malloy Gallery at the Montana Museum of Art and Culture. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce one of our talented students to perform for you, Ariel Nachtigall. Ariel has twice won the prestigious Metropolitan Opera National Council auditions for the Montana, Idaho, and Eastern Washington District, as well as the National Opera Association Collegiate Scenes Competition and the CAPS Ricard Singer of the Year Award. A junior at Ariel plans to go to graduate school and become a professional opera singer. Currently, she's playing Rosalinda in the Opera Theater production of Die Fledermaus, which will open soon. And right now, Ariel will sing Disneyland for us this evening.
Hot Sunday night, I guess the folks are busy fighting. Joe'd already left home, 11 years old on my own, feeling nothing but lonely. There's nothing to do, there's nothing out there but the traffic down on State 93. So I'd sit through the night by our old black and white TV. And that's where I saw it, that's where I heard it. Calling, calling me. Disneyland, Magic Kingdom, Disneyland. Close my eyes real tight. home in Disneyland. Maybe it's all fake, that's a chance I'll take. It's perfectly okay. Someone give me Disneyland. Take me there to Disneyland. And when I get to Disneyland,
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lizzie Hatfield and the UM Cabaret.
Come to the water, the water will flow. Stand to the night, see the light, let it grow. Hold on, for hard winds are starting to blow. Hold on, and swear you won't let go.
Whatever I said doesn't matter. Whatever you said doesn't hurt. Whatever we meant, whatever we did is lost in the water. Whatever I felt, I've forgotten. Whatever I planned, I released. come take my hand, come down to the water, come down to the water.
The people are coming together, and people are falling apart, and no one can hide. We're caught in the tide and punched in the heart. And people are harder than diamonds, and people are stronger than knives. We breathe and we burn, but we'll never return for the rest of our lives. For the rest of our lives. People are coming together. People are coming together. Down to the water, down to the water. People are coming together, and people are falling apart. Branded and blind, trying to rewind, to reset and restart. People are
Louder than fire, people are stronger than life. Pick up the slack, we'll never go back for the rest of our lives. For the rest of our lives. Hold on.
People are coming together. Down to the water. Flames down to the sea. The light is bright. Hold on, the hard winds are starting to blow. Stand up. Hold on. Stand up. Hold on. People are coming together. People are coming together. People are coming together all across the water. People are coming together. People are coming together. People are coming together all across the water.
People are coming together. People are coming together.
People are coming together.
Together, yeah.
Coming together.
All across the water, yeah.
People are coming together all across the water. Stand up, hold on.
Stand up, hold on.
Stand up, hold on.
And swear you won't let go.
The great and honorable young Lord Emperor,
The great and honorable young Emperor,
the Emperor of perpetual happiness,
the Emperor of perpetual happiness,
the Son of Heaven.
Hi, I'm Jillian Campana. I'm an associate professor here in the School of Theater and Dance and the head of the Acting and Directing Division. We're here at a rehearsal for a new play that we're working on called Jumping into Fire. I first came across this story just about a year ago. I was directing a small piece in Beijing and fell in love with the beauty and simplicity of this, and immediately had visions of a collaboration with our dance program.
My name is Nicole Bradley Browning. I'm an associate professor of dance here in the School of Theater and Dance. And my job has been to be the choreographer for this production of Jumping into Fire. Jillian and I talked years and years ago. We've been talking for about 10 years about collaborating on a project. And the concept was born last year, and I feel incredibly honored to be able to work on this project with her. We both have significant ties to Asia, and so to be able to bring some of what I've learned, the times that I've gone there and what I've studied, to the process and also to our students has been a remarkable opportunity.
So Nicole Bradley Browning and I have been working with this group of actors, designers, and dancers for 2 weeks now during a winter session course to not just rehearse a play, but to write it as well.
Hi, my name is Hana Sarah Ito. I'm a sophomore here at the university, and I'm a BA in acting and anthropology. There are so few places where you can do something like this, where I can collaborate with all of these people, and we're making it up as we go, and it's the most incredible experience to watch something. At the end of the day, you get this amazing thing that you created, and there's nothing else like it, and it's just the most incredible theater experience, like possibly I'll ever have. Hopefully not, but.
Silence! Silence, I say!
So Jumping into Fire is a Chinese folktale for all ages. This is a great play for a young person to come to. It's a great play for someone to come to who's interested in Chinese culture. It's a telling that is back to the year 1420 in Beijing, and we're really, really excited about not just the story itself, but that we're borrowing influences from Chinese culture and Chinese tradition, and that it's a completely integrated, interdisciplinary project.
Walk with me. I know your thoughts. I'd be worried too if I didn't know the love the Emperor has for my father.
Love is good.
You think so?
Yes, but it isn't always enough.
Your father will succeed, and we will marry.
The Emperor gave my father a task, and he failed. Do you know what he did to his nephew? His own blood,
Burned him alive.
along with his wife and child.
But that was to gain the throne.
Do you know what he's done to
He
others?
would never hurt my father.
He's gouged out eyes.
My father has served the emperor since he was 10.
Left others to freeze in the snow.
He has given him everything. A house, a place in the nobility, a beautiful wife.
He slaughters.
I believe in fate. Your father is fated to succeed, and we are fated to marry.
Do you think fate can be changed?
Only the gods control our fate.
Good evening. My name is Campbell Youngblood Peterson. I'm grateful for the generous support I've received as an Odyssey Scholarship recipient. As you know, student scholarships are a primary reason for tonight's event. I would like to thank Nancy Erickson for sharing her art and herself in raising scholarship funds for deserving performing and visual arts students. In my time at UM, I've had many incredible experiences. Through the School of Music, I've been able to travel to Vienna and Bali. In doing this, I've certainly been able to study music, but also been immersed in the distinctive cultures of these societies. These are experiences that will be with me throughout the rest of my life, and I'm very grateful to have had them and had the support, financial support. Please know that many Odyssey students like myself studying music, art, media arts, dance, and theater here on campus and around the world will never forget the contribution you gave tonight. Now please join me in welcoming Dr. Robert Ledbetter and the UM Islanders Steel Band.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Louis Millon and the UM Symphony Orchestra.
name's Jason Bowman. I'm a BFA candidate in drawing. My work exists between form and content. I begin a picture with random marks. Then I respond to these initial marks consciously as I work to build a unified composition. I generally avoid descriptive drawing by focusing on compositional integrity and the suggestion of something recognizable. To me, a piece is finished when it depicts the story of how it came to be, when line, shape, and color confront each other, and when a narrative is implied but only really exists inside the two-dimensional picture plane. I produce large-scale works that fall somewhere between mark-making and abstraction, and reference modernism, elements of art brut, and graffiti. I make art about making art, and these formal decisions become the content.
My name is Gustav Hamilton. I'm a BFA student in ceramic sculpture. Growing up in a conservative Midwestern town, in a middle-class neighborhood, I was able to observe the ways that we attempt to confirm our significance within the culture. The stereotypical all-American family seemed to be everywhere. The most important things in life were who had the best-looking car, lawn, or wife. My current work questions and acknowledges the value systems possessed by many people, specifically the masculine culture of the Midwest. I'm interested in the material culture of gender. I build sculptures with clearly identifiable objects like boat motors, lawnmowers, picket fences, and fake grass. All of the items I use in my work have been selected because I feel that they are often used as trophies or status symbols. I present the stereotypical signifiers of the American dream in an effort to encourage a reconsideration of the value we place on these objects in relationship to status, progress, and masculinity.
My name is Joanna Nasvik. I'm a BFA student concentrating on drawing, performance, and art education. My work looks at one idea through a series of performance, drawing, and object-making manifestations. In a self-portrait of February, I wore a wedding dress every day for the entire month and collected and sewed on all the evidence of my existence as a consumer. The most recent series of work focuses on cyclical patterns of objects and behaviors, both personal and cultural. Time and dedication are used to place higher value on issues or objects that are often overlooked. Though I typically work alone, much of the work can be viewed as educational and interactive within my community. Combining live events with drawing and documentation allows the work to be viewed as a suite of information based on a single unifying concept.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Provost of the University of Montana, Perry Brown, and the Dean of the College of Visual and Performing Arts, Stephen Kalm.
The Odyssey of the Stars is designed to celebrate the many different paths that a career in the arts might take. We have celebrated the careers of singers, actors, a television and motion picture star, an Emmy Award-winning production artist, visual artists, the Missoula Children's Theater founders, owners and producers of the Big Fork Summer Playhouse, independent filmmakers and master teachers, those who have deftly blended the careers in education, business, and the arts. So what do these successful people have in common? They all began their journey at the University of Montana, working with dedicated faculty and staff to hone and develop their talents and their artistic voice.
Many of these artists and those you've seen on stage this evening would not have succeeded without the generous support of donors and community members. I'm proud to say that scholarships have been a top priority of the College of Visual and Performing Arts for over a decade. As a result of the Odyssey of the Stars, 408 scholarships have been awarded to talented UM performing and visual arts students during this period. I want to, at this time, publicly recognize our premier sponsors who've contributed $5,000 or more to underwrite this evening's performance. I want to thank President Royce Engstrom and his office for their generous support, and Doug and Carol Klein for all they do for our students. For the past 7 years, John Schaffner and Joe Stewart have been stalwart supporters as premier sponsors. And finally, I would like to thank the Dennis and Phyllis Washington Foundation for their tremendous commitment to arts education and student success at the University of Montana. Once again, thank you all. Please join me in applauding their efforts. I would also like to thank the talented production team led by Julia Galloway, director of the School of Art, which created this wonderful evening. I'm deeply indebted also to my fantastic staff, Peggy Nesbitt, Sharon Schneider, Jill Johns, Christian Goldstag, and Amber Bushnell, whose dedication knows no bounds. I continue to be amazed and inspired by this thriving arts community here in Missoula. Thank you again, each and every one of you who believe in the importance of the arts in our lives and in our culture, and support what we do in so many ways. Thank you.
My name is Nancy Erickson. I call myself an artist. Coming here long ago, we drove up north. We took the northern route into Missoula. it was just extraordinary to come through the plains and the Bob Marshall. And I mean, it's truly, it's a gift to be able to live here, I think. But it just happened to occur that Ron got a great job at the university 50 years ago almost, and that I started the MFA program here when they were just beginning, and it was perfect for me. I tend to do one thing at a time. Go in fabric for a couple years, or maybe even a 10-year streak. And then I go into oil paint sticks, which are instant oil paintings as far as I'm concerned. And there's a pretty good variety in colors. It's not like oil paints or acrylic paints, but it's pretty good. Animals found their way into my work because I grew up on a ranch. You do pay attention to all the sounds. You hear the grasshoppers, the snakes, all of those. Bears and humans look very different on the surface. But when you start drawing them and working with the structure, at least I learned how similar we are. And someone told me, oh, I saw a bear without a skin from a hunter hanging in a garage, and I thought it was a man. And I thought, that's so true. Structurally, we mammals are very similar. At least a number of us are very similar.
Please welcome School of Art professor, previous Odyssey honoree, internationally known artist, and longtime friend of Nancy's, Beth Lowe.
Thank you so much. It is truly my pleasure and it is a privilege to introduce Nancy tonight as the 2013 honoree at the Odyssey of the Stars. I have known Nancy for a very long time. I first heard of her when I came to the University of Montana for graduate school in the 1970s, so I knew of her reputation before I met her. I've been very fortunate to have gotten to know her as a member of the 30-year-long figure drawing group called the Patty Canyon Ladies Salon, of which there are a number of people here tonight. I want to talk. Since I've known her for so long, I had so many things to say, and I had to rewrite this little statement a number of times, but I do want to talk about a few things, and I hope I don't take too long. But I wanted to start out by talking about her career as an artist. Nancy has had an amazing career in the arts with her textile art, her quilts, and her drawings. From 1965 to present, her work has appeared in over 500 exhibitions, and she's had her work in most of the United States, as well as Canada, Mexico, Japan, the People's Republic of China, Germany, Cape Verde Islands, Niger, Burma, France, Costa Rica, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. There's a reason for this incredible exhibition record, and the reason is that she has actually made a very significant and pioneering contribution to the field of art quilts and fiber arts. Probably most of you don't know, but in the 1960s and 1970s, fiber arts were taught in home economic departments instead of the art departments. So to see these pieces in museums now are largely due to her contribution. I'm going to give you a little list of the innovations that Nancy is responsible for in quilting. Nancy was one of the first people to break away from the rectangle. So if you think about your quilt on the bed, if you look at the pieces in the Performing Arts Building or at Don Munt's studio in Don Munt's Gallery on Ronan Street this month, you can see that she's making shaped canvases to the shape of animals or houses or many other images. She was one of the first people to use paint on quilts. She was one of the first people to display recognizable subject matter rather than just patterning. And thus, her animals, her women, houses, volcanoes, cave paintings. These are all a way of conveying content rather than just decoration and directly expressing her passion for the natural environment. This passion extends beyond her artwork, and I want to say that I so admire Ron Erickson, her husband, and Nancy. Ron is a former UM professor of environmental studies and a former state representative. And Nancy and Ron live their commitment to environmental issues, actively lending their time and voices to issues of peace and justice. This leads me to talk a little bit about Nancy as a personal friend. I would just say that gracious is the word that best describes her manner. She possesses a gentle thoughtfulness that one rarely sees in this frantic age of instant gratification and information. She's a person who still uses snail mail, and if you have encountered her at all, you've probably been the recipient of one of her many wonderful note cards, beautifully written, very expressive, genuine conveyances of emotion and gratitude for everyone that she meets. She is widely knowledgeable, well-read. She can speak with equal ease and enthusiasm about a range of subjects: art, politics, history, women's health, the Oscars, compost, kids, the best place to find huckleberries, the Boston Celtics, or the wild wolves of Yellowstone. Nancy is modest as well, and she eschews the limelight. Many of you don't know that Nancy was one of the first people that was invited to be an Odyssey honoree, and she turned it down because she didn't want to be in the limelight. And so I think we need to thank her for sharing her gifts with us in order to raise scholarship money for our students. Despite the fact that she has this modest exterior, she is quite known for making a statement with her wild socks and her purple and chartreuse hand-painted sneakers. Nancy, at heart, is actually quite the fashionista, for she is a lover of color in all things, in art, in the wild, and in life. So now, please welcome back Dean Stephen Kalm and President Royce Engstrom to the stage and join us in honoring my dear friend and renowned artist, Nancy Erickson.
We're extremely proud tonight to welcome Nancy Erickson into this distinguished company of honorees. As you've seen and heard tonight, she's tremendously deserving and an outstanding representative of the College of Visual and Performing Arts and the University of Montana. President Engstrom will now induct Nancy Erickson into the College of Visual and Performing Arts Hall of Honor.
Thank you, Dean Kong. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What a pleasure it is to be here tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of Nancy and the accomplishments of our faculty and students in the College of Visual and Performing Arts. The University of Montana College of Visual and Performing Arts salutes Nancy Erickson, Master of Arts 1968 and Master of Fine Arts 1969, an accomplished painter and textile artist whose talents and artistry have taken her work around the world, a passionate defender of the unifying power of art and advocate for the interconnectedness of all creatures on this earth. The College of Visual and Performing Arts celebrates Nancy Erickson as one of its greats, inducting her into the College of Visual and Performing Arts Hall of Honor on this day, March 16th, 2013. Congratulations, Nancy.
Thank you all so much. It seems strange to be here, but I have found this evening to be incredibly stimulating. I think all of the art that we've heard tonight, the music, the percussion, everything is representative of this school, which I found to be so excellent when I was here. I would like to mention the people who were my teachers, and some of them you may know, even though they have entered, most of them, in the great blue beyond. Walter Hook, Jim Dew, Aidan Arnold, Rudy Audio, in fact, the whole Audio family, and Don Bunsey, for people who have meant a great deal to me, even though I did the fabric work with Ted Waddell, who was extraordinary, very open-minded, as you could tell by the kind of work that was done over at the Montana Art and Framing Show. And I'm most grateful to all these people. It means a lot to have good teachers, and it means a lot to know professional people. But I really want to mention that you all need to see the show, either show, but especially the one at the Museum of Art and Culture, because I've been working with the images there for so long. The people to whom I'm really indebted in that show lived 33,000 years ago in Chauvet, in a cave in southern France. And the work that they did is so extraordinary, it just brings tears to my eyes. They crawled into these areas with the desire of making art of some kind, of expressing themselves, having rituals of some kind, we don't know. But it's very moving work, and it appears on my pieces because it meant so much to me to see a book on the work of Chauvet. So I would also like to thank Ron Erickson for many evenings of burned carrots as I was working away, and without comment. And also, I am so pleased that our family, our two daughters, Chris and Terrell, and our granddaughter, Avery, Annetta, and our son-in-law, Christopher, for being here and sharing with me this moment. And to Beth Lowe, thank you ever so much. I hardly recognize myself in all of that. So it's been a wonderful experience to be part of this, and I think the School of Fine Arts just gets better and better and better. Thank you.
Some say, live and let live, but all are agreed as they join the stamp